Hi, I'm Zane. I'm in Mr. Rasmussen's biology class, and this is what I remember most in his class. Ecology. I remember niches because, like, Mr. Rasmussen taught us it was just roles of what someone was supposed to do, and what it is. Like, each thing in an ecosystem plays its own role, its own niche, and I kind of remember that because that's kind of how school is. There's different niches and roles for everyone. And then I remembered symbiosis because I think that's a really interesting term. It's when two things benefit each other, like how trees give off oxygen and then we put out carbon dioxide. And I think that whole deal is really awesome. And then in microbiology, I remember photosynthesis because I've known what photosynthesis is since I was a little kid. And I was really shocked in like 3rd grade when no one knew what it was. And it's awesome just to think and know how like plants can get all that sugars just from the sun. It's a really awesome thing. And then transcription, I really locked onto that, the mRNA going on to the proteins and then the codons and the anticodons making each other to make different amino acids. And then in genetics, I remember Gregor Mendel because I kind of learned about him in 7th grade as well. And just learning how he was able to figure out so much just from plants is kind of fascinating, because they didn't have the technology we did. Like now, they just use their eyes. And then dominant and recessive traits, well, there's like the hitchhiker's thumb and all these things, and I can see the different traits I have from my parents. Like I can tell that I get more of my skin from my mom and my body from my father. And then 5, philosophy. There's Charles Darwin there, staring at all of us. He made a pretty awesome discovery. Went to the Galapagos Islands and looked and saw the same type of bird, but each one varied on different islands. And, thinking, why does that happen? He's using the scientific method. He solved it. He was too scared to publish his works until a lot later because he didn't want to be kicked out by the church. But he did it. And then the fossil record, I always remember how Mr. Rasmussen explains to us about the Grand Canyon and how the different levels have, different meanings in that. I believe it's potassium 40 that they use to carbon date them, or whatever. And then, so I remember all that. And then I remember DNA sequencing because I like genetics on like the small scale, like learning about how just like difference in 2 little letters can make you tall or short, and like it gives you different traits. And then I remember like the kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species thing too. And then my plant, never had one. No. And then human biology, the reproductive and immune system. I like learning about the human body and stuff, and I like knowing it on the cellular level more. I think that's it.
No plant, but so all right, let's hear it for him. Woohoo!